This is a spicy chip. And here's the spicy chips we're gonna be trying. The Tapatio Doritos. This is honestly a great chip. Looks like a pretty good, okay chip. And then here's the Lebron one. Just a kid from Akron. Already one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And here's my review. Honestly, I'll give this an 8.1 out of 10. Not the best chip, not the worst chip. Somewhere in the middle.
8 out of 10's mid?
Yeah, somewhere around there. What do you mean it's in the middle? It's technically in the middle. There's 7 and 10, somewhere around there. That's usually where my rating system will go. Unless the chip is unbearable and I have to throw it away. In the past reviews, we've seen them. There's some other chips that we tried at Isaac's house. Pretty much unedible chips that had like animal flavoring. Honestly, were horrible chips. This chip is not spicy, but I'm not just gonna like eat a lot of the chips in here. I don't really want to just start eating on that much on camera. So here's this other chip. These are the Flamin' Hot Lebron ones. I don't even know they made Flamin' Hot Ruffles. It's honestly insane. But Doritos did it. So maybe Cheetos might start doing. Cheetos. I misspoke. Cheetos already has one. Pringles might be doing that. I don't know.
They do got spicy Pringles. They got spicy Pringles.
They're not that spicy though. These are not spicy at all. 1 out of 10 probably. It's a pretty decent chip, but for spiciness, this is a 1 out of 10. Not spicy at all. It's pretty weak, and if you like this chip, I know you have some weak taste buds or something, because look at this chip. No spice on there at all. No reaction. Maybe a throat tickle, that's about it. There's nothing in this chip that's really that spicy.
What do you mean?
Chip's not that spicy. For spiciness, a 1 out of 10. For a chip, it's a Ruffle chip, so I'd have to give it a 9 or an 8 out of 10.
It just kind of holds my throat a little bit, that's why I drink the water. Kind of holds my throat. It's kind of
honestly, if I had to rate both these, I think this is probably better, way better. Tapatio's the hot sauce. Everyone knows Tapatio's. Probably putting like eggs and stuff like that, burritos. A lot of different things. A legendary type brand. One of the most famous hot sauces in the world. It definitely deserves to be ranked as it. And the LeBron one. They need to, don't disrespect my man LeBron like that. Make a spicier chip for him. Honestly, overall,
he's spicy.
A pretty good, okay chip, but
he's spicy looking.
A lot of people might not like this. A lot of people might like it. I don't know. But comment down below if you like spicy chips or not. What do you think about this? What's your favorite chip? And maybe we could try something else in the next video. But honestly, this was because LeBron passed Karl Malone tonight. He actually is the second most of all time in the NBA. Honestly insane. A very good thing to happen. And I think he probably pass Kareem next season. Yeah. And in other sporting news, is a big story. Deshaun Watson traded the Browns. Honestly, surprised me a bit. A lot of upsets during March Madness. My bracket is already busted. It's already ruined somehow.
Yeah, mine.
And it's honestly kind of bad in my opinion of what's happening. And a lot of teams are getting beaten. And Gonzaga almost lost to number 8 Memphis. Honestly, that was almost a bad win. I think they could have played better offensively, and they really had a lot of stretches where they couldn't score at all. Who else got upset today? Tennessee, they lost. That was honestly a bad game, right? Tennessee lost. I think they did.
I had them going far.
Let's see who they lost to. I have to check on my phone.
Michigan?
A lot of the games. Yeah, they lost to Michigan. That was honestly a great game, but honestly, a terrible game for Tennessee. I had you guys going to the Final Four and you couldn't do anything.
Yes, I had them going to the Final Four.
And St. Peter's beat Murray. Honestly surprising. And Arkansas and New Mexico State.
Oh yeah, and St. Peter's beat
that was
Kentucky.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, but still, that's
Creighton almost beat Kansas. That was honestly an insane game. And then UNC beating Baylor, who's an 8 seed, beating a 1 seed. Honestly, Baylor should have played better offensively, and honestly, their 3-point shooting was pretty good, blocking in general, and this was honestly a
I had
great
them
game.
going really far, but I had them going to like the Final Four.
The newest Cinderella is St. Peter's. So here are the others. This is on CBS Sports. St. Peter's 2022. Oral Roberts, who beat Ohio State. A lot of people make fun of it because it's Oral. You already know what I'm saying. But 2013 Florida Gulf Coast. That was a legendary type team. If you were alive back then, you know about Florida Gulf Coast. Honestly, that was a legendary team. And then you got St. Peter's, obviously, like I just said. And another NFL news. Something insane happened. Robert Woods traded to the Titans. Honestly, a great move for the Titans. adding him. They just got rid of Julio Jones. That was a great option. They get a better receiver in Robert Woods, and A.J. Brown and him are definitely going to be a good tandem. They got Austin Hooper, definitely a decent tight end for them now. Obviously, Derrick Henry, probably the best receiver in football. And Ryan Tannehill, our running back in football. Yeah. Ryan Tannehill should be scrapped from the Titans. It'd be a way better team without him. He's absolute garbage and shouldn't be in the NFL. That guy's horrible and gave away the game. But honestly, there's a lot of big news in the sporting world, and I'll just be covering in general. Baker Mayfield versus Deshaun Watson. This is honestly insane, the stats between them. So 4,823 was 2020 season with the Texans for Deshaun Watson. And then 2021 with the Browns, well, for Baker was 3,010. This is honestly a pretty good comparison between the two. 33 and 17 for Deshaun, and then 17 for Baker. Honestly, he should have threw more touchdowns. That was honestly the lackluster of him. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt really carried that offense. And 63.7 to 35.1. Not even close, really, in the receiving, pretty much quarterback battle in general. And honestly, that was probably the reason why they got rid of him. You can't have 13 touchdowns to 17 interceptions. Honestly, horrible.
Who had that?
17 touchdowns to 13 interceptions, Baker Mayfield. Honestly, a horrible performance from him in general. And here are my predictions for tomorrow's games. So Thursday, actually not Thursday, why was I looking at the wrong thing? So tomorrow, Sunday, Houston versus Illinois. I think Illinois is going to win that one. That's honestly going to be a great game.
Yeah, Illinois.
Illinois is going to get it. Ohio State versus Villanova. I think Villanova's going to win.
Yeah.
Michigan State versus Duke. I think Duke's got that one.
I think Duke got
Wisconsin, Iowa State, Wisconsin.
I think Wisconsin too.
Notre Dame, Texas Tech. I don't know. I think Notre Dame might squeeze out the upset on that one.
Yeah.
Miami versus Auburn. I think Auburn's got that one.
Yeah.
Purdue versus Texas. I think Texas might get that one. The winner faces St. Peter's. And honestly, that's going to be a great game. TCU versus Arizona. I think Arizona's got that one. And it's going to be by far margin. Yeah. I honestly have Arizona losing to Illinois, but comment down below what you have. There's honestly no one in the world with the perfect bracket right now. And it's also insane to see. Michigan, Juwan Howard, one of the best coaches. A lot of people counting him out for punching that one guy. I think the guy definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
That guy was a damn fool and was an idiot trying to touch up on him. And I don't know what he was doing, but he talked some shit to him. And then he had to get punched real quick. Like some people, I saw some people on the Shade Room said the Chicago in him came out, and that might have been true. He had to punch him, I guess, real quick. Honestly, I don't think he should got suspended. There was definitely some words said that he was trying to get away and he wouldn't let him go, and he should have known better. Let's look at it's the assistant coach or head coach of Wisconsin. How tall is the Wisconsin head coach? I want to look up his height because he's fighting someone who's 6'9", and he's kind of a short coach. And Juwan Howard played in the NBA, so you can't really be going at NBA players like that and not expect to get some sort of violence against you. What do you think about this, though? What was your opinion on the whole Juwan Howard situation? Honestly, I don't think he was in that much of a wrong. A lot of people trying to blame him in general, and honestly, I think it was unfair. And the NCAA tournament, there's been a lot of upsets. Here's all of them. Number 15, St. Peter's over upsets. Number 2, Kentucky. Number 12, Richmond over number 5, Iowa. Number 12, New Mexico State to number 5, UConn. Number 11, Michigan to number 6, Colorado State. That was honestly a big upset. I think Michigan over them. I picked Michigan originally, but I feel like some people wanted Colorado State for some reason. Day 2 upsets, number 11 Iowa State over 6 LSU. Honestly, that was surprising. I think they should have done some better things on offense for LSU. Iowa State was just killing them from 3. Number 11 Notre Dame over number 6 Alabama. Notre Dame was just killing it from 3 the whole game. And number 10 Miami versus USC. USC really wasn't the team they were last year without Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley, he was an NBA talent and everyone could see it. He was really going against the Gonzaga last year and really carrying them. Honestly, he was probably the best player in last year in the NCAA tournament. Probably one of the best. He was honestly a beast, and he's proven right now in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean NBA.
In the NBA. Most receiving touchdowns since 2014. So you have Mike Evans, 75 for the Buccaneers. 73, Devontae Adams for the Raiders. Honestly, probably one of the best receivers of football. Probably the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
And 268 for the NFL. DeAndre Hopkins, 66 for the Cardinals. Travis Kelce, 57. Honestly, I could see a lot of these people getting up to 90, maybe 80, but the main thing is Mike Evans is honestly an underrated receiver. He's definitely a top 10 receiver and has slept on a lot. You guys need to stop disrespecting Mike Evans like that. One of the best receivers. If he gets his catches this year, I guarantee he's going to be on top leaderboards of everything. And he's probably one of the best receivers in the last 5 years to come out of college in general, or 10 years. And he was really just wasting his talents when Jameis Winston was throwing too many picks. I think Jameis Winston definitely shot in the paint and helped him get out of that. But when he first started out, Jameis Winston was throwing a hella picks. But he also had like 30 touchdowns. So I guess kind of equal on the end. But still, that could have been some touchdowns for Mike Evans in general. And then most Pro Bowl selections since 2015. You have Jarvis Landry at 5 for the Cleveland Browns. Honestly, kind of surprising he's on this list at number 5. Like at the top. That kind of surprised me. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, honestly, should be on... never mind. That was a bad... I don't know what I was saying in there. Tom Brady has really had 3 Hall of Fame careers. This is honestly insane. 2001, 2007, 86 wins. More than Roger Staubach. 197 touchdowns, more than Joe Namath, 2,364 yards, more than Bob Grease. That was honestly very impressive from Tom Brady. 3 titles, more than John Elway. And then 2018, 2014, 74 wins, more than Kurt Warner. 195 touchdowns, more than Ken Stabler. 2,812 yards, more than Bart Starr. 1 title in that year. Honestly surprising. Throughout those years, he should have had probably more. He probably could have been at 10 by now if he would have won every year. More than Dan Marino. 2015-21, it was probably his best years. 83 wins, 232 touchdowns, more than Troy Aikman. 31,262 yards, more than Terry Bradshaw, and 3 titles, more than Peyton Manning. Honestly, in my opinion,
2015.
If Eli Manning would have beat him, it probably would have ended up differently. He might have had 2 more Super Bowls, and same with Nick Foles. Those are probably his most disappointing losses. But honestly, one of the best football players of all time. The GOAT, of course, Tom Brady.
It's crazy to think that his last 6 seasons are his best seasons.
Here's the mock draft from 2022. He's a draft expert, Chris Wilson. Or Ryan Wilson. A lot of people clown on this guy all the time on Instagram if you've seen him. He has one of the worst mock drafts, I say. Number 1, Akeem Ekwonu, offensive line, NC State Jaguars. Honestly, in my opinion, I think he's probably one of the best. But I think Kayvon Thibodeau is probably the best in this draft class and should be number 1. Number 2, Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end, Lions. Honestly, in my opinion, I think he's better than... Kayvon Thibodeau is number 1 in my opinion. Number 3, Evan Neal, offensive line, Texans. Honestly, I think it'd be a great pick for them. Number 4, Charles Cross, offensive line, Jets, Mississippi State. They honestly need help on the offensive line. Might need another receiving target, though. Kayvon Thibodeau, defensive end, New York Giants, Oregon. Honestly, slept on. I think he's better than Aiden Hutchinson. Number 6, Kyle Hamilton, safety, Panthers, Notre Dame. Honestly, might be a great pick for them, but I don't know if they'll choose a safety in the draft. Number 7, Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Giants, Utah. Honestly, I could maybe see them trying to trade back for a quarterback or maybe Chris Olave, someone like that. I don't really know who they're going to get, but that could be a great option. Number 8, Trayvon Walker, defensive line, Georgia. And honestly, he's probably more, our offensive line actually, Atlanta Falcons. Honestly, he's probably one of the best offensive linemen. And then number 9, Malik Willis, QB. Now the Seahawks, because they traded Russ Wilson for some damn reason. The Seahawks, Malik Willis, Liberty. Honestly, a great pick in my opinion. And number 10, Ahmad Gardner, cornerback, Jets. And honestly, this is a great draft. Ahmad Gardner is probably the best pick for the cornerback or defensive on this list besides Kayvon and Aiden. But he's honestly made great in the NFL. Very underrated at the cornerback position. And honestly, this is probably the end of the video. This is Jaden. Bye.